so we're gonna head back to the area where Yetta's at, and kind of get back that way. Actually, I think if I hold down here, yeah, I can just defend myself from the white wolfos here. Yeah, these wolfos will just come out and attack me like they have been. They'll just hurt themselves doing this. So it's actually kind of a useful tool. I actually really like the ball and chain a lot. I think you actually just launch it, just straight up kills it, because freaking ball and chain does a lot of damage. I mean, as old Phil Swift would say, that's a lot of damage! Alright, so we can actually break this ice here in the middle. So we're actually going to go ahead and do that, and pretty much reveal the whole entirety of the courtyard. So, yeah, that just brings it open again. Real quick. I'm going to go ahead and kill these white wolfos. It's actually probably the best weapon to use against these guys. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and break the ice here. So that way, we have entrances everywhere. But we're going to go back and, if I can kind of trudge my way down that way. Oh gosh, we got ice picks being thrown at me. I don't like toothpicks. I don't want to go to the dentist. Alright, yeah, those guys up there are chucking ice picks at me, so we're gonna get out of here. Alright, so this leads, I think, back to Yeto's room. Actually, we can go ahead and break this ice here. Do that, and just make a shortcut. We want to break all the ice that we can get. And like I said, I think this leads back to this room. We're going to come back to this room here in a second, but I just want to kind of go back, because there's some goodies we can get right now that we have ball and chain. And it's back in the foyer of all places. Alright, let's go talk to Yeto this time. Needs more punch. What? Good smell. You have. What you have, push. Just pushes Link to get his food. Perfect ingredient, Puts the cheese in there. Little more time on fire, it become gourmet soup, Here, taste, Alright, so he made a better soup with that goat cheese that we just got from the other room. So let's go ahead and try his soup out. And we got superb soup in this bottle. It seems quite cheesy. It set it to drink and replenish 8 hearts. This is actually a really good soup now. It went from 2 to 4 to 8, so it does its job pretty well. I'm actually going to go ahead and take a little bit swig of the superb soup. It really does look really good. I can't complain enough. Or not complain, but I can't really, like, stop talking about how good that soup looks right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Yetta. I think I remember, I put key in nearby rooms, so no forgetting, how I forget? Embarrassing, Okay, so now she's gonna tell us where the room is now. Here, see here, place marked by symbol, So it's up on the 2nd floor. We've only explored the 1st level so far, so we haven't really done too much in this area. Now, there's a couple goodies I want to get before we go for it too far. It must be there. You take a look for me. Alright, now she unlocks that door. So we gotta go through that door now. But first, we want to go back to the foyer. There's a couple goodies in this room we couldn't get before. Namely, a couple of, namely a Poe. There are 2 treasure chests right here on these suits of armor right here. We kind of want to go ahead and break some of these. There's a treasure chest here, and I think this treasure chest has a yellow rupee, so it's not really that important, but it's important nonetheless. But if you break this one in particular, there's a Poe, and he just knocked me silly. So let's go ahead and transform back into a wolf, and let's get this Poe. So yeah, there's a Poe hitting in the suit of armor, and you have to use the ball and chain to break it. So with that, we got our next Poe soul. We ripped his soul right out of its chest. But yeah, now that we've done that, there is one more treasure chest on the other side over here on this suit of armor. So we're going to go ahead and break this one. and open this treasure chest. And my OCD is going to kill me because I don't break the other ones. But inside is another Miiverse stamp. So that's our second out of 2 Miiverse stamps for Hylian letter Q. But yeah, my OCD is going to kill me because I always break down all the suits of armor. Because I'm just like, but my OCD won't let me do that. It's like, I gotta go break the other things. I already started breaking down everything else. Alright, so, we need to go in this room here. In this room is pretty much a continuation. You have to have ball and chain in order to even go through this area. But first and foremost, let's go back over here. I know we just ventured through here. There is a treasure chest I haven't gotten yet. I kind of need to get. It's not very important, but it's important enough to me to complete all the treasure chests in the dungeon. So we're going to push that block to make a shortcut. And we're going to go down and around. We're going to actually go climb that other windowsill that we couldn't, that we went through before. You guys remember the room with all the freezers? With all the freezers, and it showed us how to use the cannon. There's a treasure chest in here we need to break. Now that we have the ball and chain, we're gonna go ahead and take care of these guys. These guys are really kind of... Ball and chain, unfortunately, makes you very vulnerable when you launch it. So be careful where you launch it. It leaves you wide open to things. It does kill freezers in one hit. So it's best to use this against them, but we want to break this ice in particular. And it has a treasure chest. I think this is just rupees. Yeah, it's just rupees. But it completes the treasure chest in this room here. Actually gonna... Oh gosh. And yeah, if you hold the ball and chain in front of you, it acts like a shield. So it's actually kind of good to have it out if the enemy's like really close to you. So it acts like a shield. I mean, I guess iron does do that, you know? Go ahead and kill these guys and break this ice here. All that did is just break this little coat of ice here. And break that other one. Yeah, I broke the other one. OCD's killing me, guys. It really is. Alright, so that's pretty much it in this room. Let's go back. We're gonna go back into the room that we tried to go in before. Alright. We'll come down here and get attacked by wolfos. And we're gonna have to go down here. I made a shortcut and it'll lead us right back in here. Now, just remember this mechanism's right outside the door, because we're going to have to come back here with cannonballs later. But just keep that in mind. There are giant freezers here. They have an opening to where they attack. Just wait until they, you know, turn back around with their ice breath attack. And then you want to attack them in the opening with the ball and chain. It takes 2 hits with the ball and chain to kill a freaking big freezer. Yeah, frickin' fricks. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty much that in a nutshell. Now, there's going to be a second freezer here. And his opening is, like, later on down here. So you kind of have to... I think I can roll under it. No, I can't roll under it. That just does a lot of damage the ice breath does. I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I want to kind of go ahead and just hit him. And kill him real quick before he kills us. And kill the other freezers. There we go. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and break this ice, and it reveals a cannon. But unfortunately, we can't really use this cannon just yet. We could bring cannonballs in here, but the only way we could shoot it is over there, and those are blocking our pathway, so we can't really do anything about it yet. But there is something here that is very telling of this place here. If you guys notice that there's a claw shot point right here, and you're probably wondering, well, why is there a claw shot point here? There's no need to use claw shot. There is a different textured floor right here. You can use a bomb, or you could just attack it with the ball and chain, and it breaks open that hole. There is actually a hole right here, and it drops down into this room. Now, you're probably wondering, we've probably been in this room before, but we couldn't access it because, well, it was had a big old gap in the floor. But if we open this one, it has our first of 2 pieces of heart in this dungeon. So we got our next piece of heart. So it's pretty beneficial that we did that. I'm gonna go ahead and get the claw shot to get right out of this hole. This hole I've dug myself into. Well, actually, I didn't really dig myself into it, but yeah, you know what I mean. But we can actually just, I think I mentioned this before, you can actually destroy all the furniture in their house with a ball and chain. I think you can get rupees from it, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, you could destroy the furniture. We can't go through here, because, well, yeah, it's locked. So we're going to have to go find a key. Well, there's another door we haven't gone through. Glink, did you just slide over there? Goodness gracious. Go through this door. And this room is the upper area of where we got, I think, where's this room at? Where we got the compass. And we got this guy again. And these guys die pretty much really easily to the ball and chain. You want to have them out and wait until they attack and then just launch it at them. It kills them instantly because, well, Ice's weakness is the ball and chain. Iron, I mean, it makes sense. Steel types are strong against ice type Pokemon. It makes sense, right? I mean, is iron really steel though? I guess you could say that. Alright, so another use of the ball and chain is these chandeliers right here. You could target the chandelier, and if you actually hit it with enough force with the ball and chain, it causes it to swing. And we can actually use the swing to kind of swing ourselves over to the next area right here. And inside this treasure chest is a small key. Put a small key in a giant treasure chest. We also got freaking ice keys, because why not, right? But yeah, ice keys and a small key. Yeah, get it? I don't have to go any more than that. Alright, so we're gonna jump over here and use this key to open up that door that we couldn't open up earlier. Alrighty, like I said, there's a cannon right here. We can't really do anything about it because, well, those blocks are kind of blocking our entrance there, so we're just gonna have to ignore it for right now. We open this, and it leads us actually back to the foyer of all places. This is the upper area of the foyer. We're going to break this ice right here, and it creates a hookshot point, or a claw shot point. So if you accidentally fall down into the first floor room of the foyer, you can actually hookshot back up here. And I don't know if you guys noticed this. Yeto and Yetta have a picture of the Queen Zora in their house for some reason. You guys could probably see it right here. I'm probably pointing to it in editing, but yeah, there's a picture of Queen Zora. I don't know why they have a picture of Queen Zora in here of all places. But yeah, we're gonna have to use the ball and chain to make more chandeliers swing. And we got that ice pick guy. I can never remember the guy's name here. I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, I knew it. These guys are always kind of just jerks. Can I actually hit him? Probably not. Alright, well. There we go. Took him out. Took him out. But, while we're on the chandelier, we actually want to jump on these chandeliers right here, because this leads to a treasure chest. So we want to jump onto this chandelier when we get a chance to. And then attack this chandelier, well, once we get the ice keys out of the way here. Okay. We'll want to attack this chandelier when we're starting to move away from it. So that way, we can jump across onto this chandelier whenever it's coming backwards, if you guys understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, we want to kind of hit these chandeliers when they're moving away from each other. That way it bonks away from us, and then they kind of motion towards us whenever they come back on the rebound. But inside this treasure chest right here is another piece of heart. So there's our second piece of heart in this dungeon. So it was right there, right in the first room of the dungeon. So we're gonna have to jump back here, and if you fall down, like I said, that's the reason why that hookshot area was kind of there. So be sure to break that ice before you start jumping on these hookshot points. I keep saying hookshot, but you know, you guys understand what I'm talking about. Claw shot. It's this game's variant of hookshot. You guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go ahead and jump up here. You get the claw shot pretty early in this game, compared to the other Zelda games I played. Like the hook shot was always like one of the later items you get in the game, and this game in particular, you get the claw shot pretty early. But inside this room, it's a very icy room with lots and lots of freezers, and the frame rate starts to tank a little bit because there's so much crap going on the screen. Yeah, I don't know why the frame rate just absolutely tanks in this place. It really does. And I'm getting attacked by ice. But yeah, there's a lot of enemies in this room, so I think that might be the reason why it tanks so much. Plus, there's a lot. It's very, very busy. There's ice, snow falling through here. It's just very, very... it's very busy, to say the least. I know a lot of people are complaining about how Breath of the Wild has moments where the frame rate dips. But you don't really hear about Twilight Princess's frame rate dipping. This is the only instance where I've really talked about where, I guess, Twilight Princess's frame rate starts to really chunk, because as you guys saw, there was a lot of enemies in this room. Plus, there's just, you know, a lot of things going on in here. But if we break this ice right here, it actually reveals a Poe. So, here's our next Poe. That's our third Poe in the dungeon here. This is, one of the, I think, Poes, there's only like 3 Poes in normal dungeons. Except Arbiter's Grounds, because, well, Arbiter's Grounds is kind of special. But yeah, there's our third Poe soul in Snowpeak Ruins. I think that's it for Poe souls. Yeah, we got 3 out of 3. So that's it for the Poe souls. I think we got everything else treasure chest wise. Except up on the... you know what I mean. Up on the 2nd floor. But yeah, there's a Poe soul right here. There's a couple keys. We just ignore them. There's a locked door over there we can't explore yet because we don't have a key. So we're gonna go back in this room. In this room, it just takes us back to the ice puzzle, or the block puzzle that we had before. The one that we did earlier, and I said we're gonna come back to do. Yeah, it's later now. We're gonna push this block and create a kind of a shortcut back into this room, in particular. So let's go ahead and solve this puzzle real quick. We're gonna use the ball and chain to break the ice off of this one. I didn't actually mean to bonk it. Didn't know you could actually bonk the thing. Well, you learned something new. We're gonna want to break the ice off that one, and we're gonna want to break off the ice on this one. Now, this one in particular... okay, I'm gonna have to be bearing with you guys here in a second. You want to start off with the block that's on the switch, on this other switch real quick. And we want to push it northwards. Now, the block that was frozen, we want to push it southwards, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we want to push it southwards. And then we want to push it east. And then we're going to want to push this one north. So that way it's right in front of the switch. And then now, the block that we first pushed, this one right here, we're kind of want to do kind of a loop around. We want to push it this way. Then push it this way. And then push it this way. And you guys probably understand where I'm going with this. And then finally push it this way. There we go. Now that opens up that door up there. Now, granted, that doesn't really help us with if we need to go back through that, but we don't need to go back through that door again, so we're fine. Yeah, I have to kind of practice that puzzle up a lot, because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I try to tend to be honest with you guys on this channel. I really suck at ice block puzzles. I've never been good at them. So, yeah. I had to practice that one up a little bit. Now, I do believe this is the door that we just opened. Either that or it's the other one. But we wanted to do that puzzle anyways. This leads up to this room up here. This is the courtyard again. But we're on the upper level here. We got ice pick dudes chucking their ice picks at us. We're just gonna go ahead and just ball and chain them up here and kill them instantly. We want to jump on this scaffold here, and I'm gonna try to, gosh, block their attacks because I hate fighting these guys. Trying to get these guys on the rebound is really hard sometimes too. So just use that. Now it looks like this is a dead end. If we look up a little bit, there's a claw shot point right here. We want to kind of use a claw shot to jump up this way and let go. And this will take us to this area. So we're going to go through this door. And inside here is, which room is this? This is the second level of the room where we got the Ordon pumpkin. Where we fought the ice pick dudes for the first time. And we do that, there's another another hook shot point we just made, just in case we fall down. You know, just in case. You know, I'm not saying I will fall down, but I probably will fall down. We're gonna go ahead and attack these chandeliers again. Just wait until they cross again, and jump. And then attack this one. Wait my timing, and jump. Oh gosh, okay. And then finally just jump across here. Oh gosh, I made it, guys. I made it. And inside this treasure chest is another small key. We're gonna have to use that one. I do believe in that one room where there was just a bunch of where we had frame rate issues. We're gonna come back through here. Now this leads us back to the ice puzzle room. So yeah, in case you didn't solve it beforehand, now you can. We're gonna go back up here this way, and we're gonna go back to the room where there was a bunch of like freezers in the middle. Like I said, the frame rate tanking room. Now that we have the key, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just slide all across slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. Gosh, I haven't heard that song in like forever. I don't know why it made me think of that. I don't know why I started thinking about that. But anyways, let's go through here with this key. And inside this room, we got two big freezers. Two big freezers. So be careful here when you're trying to attack these guys. Like I said, they take 2 hits with the ball and chain. 2 kill. So yeah, it gets really rather annoying trying to deal with the stuff in this room. This room is very busy. There's not enough room to kind of maneuver away from the ice. I couldn't even target him. Ah, I got hit by the very edge of that freaking ice. Come on, Link. Get out of it. Attack. There we go. Kill his spawn. But as you guys can see, looky. They're the blocks that were blocking our path earlier. We just pushed these down. Now we made a hole. That's very important because now we can actually shoot cannonballs in this room. We're going to need them. So we're going to go all the way back down the spiral staircase. And I probably should have just gone ahead and kind of prepared some cannonballs in this room. But hey, I was in a hurry trying to get other treasure chests. You know what I mean? I know, 20 rupees. For rupees I don't even need. We're going to go ahead and use that mechanism to bring down the catapult. I'm going to bring a cannonball with us. And lay it down. Or not throw it, not chuck it. Don't want to chuck it. I want to put it down. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and get this mechanism again. I really like this concept of getting the cannonballs in different rooms because, you know, most Zelda games are like, well, you can't take this item that you find on the floor that you have to use to solve puzzles in the other rooms, especially Wind Waker. They didn't let you use like all the enemy items in different rooms. If you have an enemy item and you go into the next room, Link automatically like dropped it. This was kind of a workaround for that. They're just like, here, put this in this mechanism, and now you can bring the cannonball into another room. So we're gonna push this cannon all the way around here, all the way downtown. We're gonna go ahead and put a bomb in here. and that shoots a cannonball down there. And why that's important, because like I said, these blocks were blocking this for a while, so we couldn't shoot this cannonball into this other room, because as you guys can see, there is another mechanism that we have to put the cannonball on. So let's go ahead and put it on there. And let's just go walk out, and then we'll see what's out there. Now, if you guys saw, as soon as we saw it, there was a giant cannon, like right here, that we couldn't get before. Well, now that we got. Let's go ahead and break this ice, and it reveals yet another hookshot point. So, there we go. Let's get in this cannon mechanism drop-off point. Where are we dropping? Well, because this is Fortnite. Alright, let's put the cannonball in here. And we're going to push this cannon all the way around. And if you guys remember, this giant freezer, we couldn't climb that ladder because that giant freezer was blocking the way. Well, we're going to tell him exactly how we feel about that. We're going to give him the what for that. I don't think he got... I think he got the message, don't you think? Alright, so yeah, there we go. We killed that giant freezer that was blocking our path. So now, we can actually go up that ladder now. So we're going to go ahead and do just that. Let's go ahead and climb up this ladder. Now, be careful, because even though we killed the big freezer, his baby spawns are still here. So, I just knocked him off. Yeah, so just be careful, because if you climb up here unaware of all these little tiny freezers up here, they can freeze you, and they will just like knock you right off the ladder. It's essentially what the big freezer was doing, but not as bad. He wasn't hindering our progress. Let's go inside this room. And this room is where the treasure chest is. But, and that's a big but, it's locked. So it looks like we're going to have to do... And this looks like a chapel. This is what it looks like, exactly like you go to church. This is a... They've got their own private monastery. Isn't that cool? Heck, cool. Because it's ice. We got a bunch of ice pick dudes to kill. So use your ball and chain to kind of just be careful of these things, because these guys hurt. Because there's a bunch of them, and they'll attack you from all ends. So just be careful of that. We're just breaking down their chairs. Man, we're just real big home wreckers, aren't we? Yeah, be careful of these guys, because these guys are kind of annoying. They chuck their weapons at you, and if you're not careful, they will attack you if you're close enough. They do die one hit to the ball and chain. They also, another way you can take care of these guys is bomb arrows. So bomb arrows do take care of these guys. You just have to, yeah, they take care of them really easily. But the thing is though, it just breaks their ice pick when they have it equipped. So just be careful of that. It doesn't kill them instantly if they have a weapon already there. So that's another alternative you can do to take care of those guys. So there we go. We took care of them. Now we can get this treasure chest. And this is the only treasure chest left in the dungeon. I would hope this is what we're looking for. It is. It's the bedroom key. This will gain access to the bedroom of the house is the mirror shard. It's about time. Phew, we finally found the key. That sure took a while, but that mirror shard is as good as ours. Alright, so without further ado, let's go get that mirror shard. There's only one I think that's the only thing left in this dungeon. Yeah, literally gotta go up to the 3rd floor. That's it. So, we did pretty good in this dungeon so far. Alright, let's go inside. Like I said, I really like this dungeon because it's so different. It's someone's house. And speaking of which, the owner of the house is right here. Hi, Yetta. Oh, you safe, I drinks husband's soup. Feel much better, so I came to find you. You found key, good. Bedroom right above us. I take you there, Alright, so she'll take you straight up to the bedroom. And that's where the boss room is. You can actually don't have to wait on her. She'll start slowly, and I mean slowly, walk up this ramp that leads up to the 3rd floor. You don't have to wait on her. You can go up there if you want. But yeah, this is the boss room of the dungeon. So just be prepared. Have your fairies if you can. There's not really any pots you can get fairies in right here, so just be careful. But yeah, you could just go up here and you can open it up. As soon as you open it up, and look, it's a little heart. It's not a big old skull and crossbones. But as soon as we walk in here, she finally just warps up here. She's like, ah, I walked fast enough. It took us just enough time to open up the door for her to walk up here. Thank you. You come inside. Please, this way, Here, mirror, you look at it, so pretty. Pretty. So pretty. Uh-oh. Pretty. Pretty mirror, lovely. Not take mirror! That scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. It really did. But yeah, it looks like the mirror Twilight has possessed Yetta. And she becomes the boss of this dungeon. Twilight Ice Mask Blizzeta. Now this boss is really weak to the ball and chain, so you want to kind of hit it a couple times on the rebounds. Be quick about it because it'll rebound right into you. You don't want it to rebound too much into you because it'll come right at you. It's like a regular freezer, but you just have to keep hitting it with the ball and chain. It will summon big ol' ice blocks around you, so upon when it gets smaller. So just keep that in mind. I didn't really even heal before this boss fight. Wow, that's okay. I'll be all right. Upon a couple hits. She'll summon more ice and go into phase 2. Now for this phase, you want to just keep running around in this ice center and keep away from all of her little things she drops down. You want to at least break some with your ball and chain, because when she does her little attack, she's going to circle around you. You want to get away and get an opening and not get hit like me. You kind of want to have an opening already made up. So when you have the opening made up, then you can dodge it whenever it comes down in the circle, and then you kind of have, she's going to be free attack because she's going to come down. So you just want to go ahead and break her opening here. So her opening's going to be right there. Oh gosh. I'm just going to go ahead and hit her once. I was just going to clip. Just going to clip. We broke off a piece of her ice sculpture. We really ruined art today, haven't we, folks? Alright, we're just gonna keep on going this way. Wait until she drops all her stalactites. Just break up one of them at least. And then get out of here. Yeah. And then just attack her. There we go. I barely had enough time to attack her. She takes 3 hits in this phase. So we've already hit her twice. This is really not that hard of a boss. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's really not that hard. It's all about just moving, make sure that you break at least one of these things, so that way you can escape the second attack and get out of the circle if you can, and then just attack her once if I can. And with that, We got our next Twilight Mirror piece. Well, we have 2 mirror shards now. 2 more left, Link. Still, I feel bad about the way we treated that girl. To think the Mirror Twilight has the power to change people like that. This world, all worlds can be cruel. Let's hurry up and collect the rest of those pieces, Link. We have to, before more innocent creatures have to endure the suffering like this poor girl did. Well, let's go search for the 2 that remain. Now, before we leave, Yeto finds his wife. No! I'm sorry, I just love... I mean, I would react the same way. Poor Link keeps getting knocked down and crap from Yeto all the time. What wrong with me? Very strange. You just dreaming, huh? Yeto, mirror you gave. Forget mirror, Yetta. No, look into eyes of Yeto. Look in reflection of Yeto's eyes. They're true beauty. Who need mirror? My love, I love this. It's so heartwarming. And very heartwarming because he spits out a bunch of hearts here. But not only that, he spits out our heart container. I really like this ending of this dungeon. It really is. It's so unique and everything. But here we go. We got our next heart container. So we got increased our heart count by 1. But if you talk to him right here, I love this. It says, love you, love you too. And they just spawn out another heart. I just love that. It's so cute. it makes me happy seeing that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this dungeon. We finished up everything in Snowpeak. I said Snowpoint. I always get mixed up between Snowpoint, Snowpeak, and Snowhead. 2 of them being Zelda games, and 1 being a Pokemon game. I don't know why. Just having snow verb at the end of a level, the name of a level. It's so confusing. I always get very confused between the 3. But he says, I'll get you out of here. You sure there's nothing else you need to do, right? Well, unfortunately, you can't leave the room. So as soon as you get in this room, there's really nothing you can do. You can't even leave this room. So yeah, we have everything done. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So we completed Snowpeak dungeon. We got both of the pieces of heart. We got both of the Miiverse stamps. And we got 3 of the post souls. So we did a very good job in this dungeon. Like I said before, this dungeon's by far one of my favorites because of how unique it is. It's someone's house. You are venturing through someone's house to find items that they mislocated, that they couldn't get. There's NPCs to talk in this dungeon. That's not normal for a Zelda dungeon very much. So, and I really like it. So, but yeah, we finished Snowpeak. In the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we're going to go venture around Hyrule now that we've got the ball and chain. There's a couple things we can do now that we got the second Twilight Mirror. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care, everybody.